All right. Okay, let's do this one quickly. I don't think I'm going to have a lot of time before the end of wipe to continue playing. Okay, yeah, interesting wipe. Didn't start too well for me. Very indecisive, and I was really struggling to get my base footprint down. So I ended up building a base that I pretty much lived out of for the first couple of days. Wasn't happy with it, wasn't enjoying it at all, and started building the new base. And moved about 80% of the loot over, and then that base got raided, and deservedly so. It was a terrible base. Basically just no honeycomb, no protection. It was just a terrible base. Yeah, and so put down the footprint for the new base, and started moving the stuff over. Got raided, and yeah, basically this, just starting off with, is my garage with my motorcycle, SAM site at the top there, just because I kind of needed to find a space. Car in there, and then off to the base. So this is based off of the solar pillbox design. I want that drop anyway. Yeah, a little bit of adjustments, or two key things. I added a second windmill to this one. It only really has the one at the top there, but I added this second one. It's a very good design. I really enjoy it. Love the layout inside, very cozy, and it's very cheap to maintain. I didn't completely follow the script on this one. This is actually supposed to be peaks. I didn't build it that way because chances of me getting online rated on this server is extremely low, so I chose to build it in a way to give me more offline protection. The one thing I didn't complete here is I was supposed to put garage doors over here with heartbeat sensors at the bottom, so they open up when someone is close by. Again, I guess it's more a function of time that I didn't complete it. I really would have liked to put those in, but I didn't, right? Okay, so we enter into the base. We've got a little farm over here. It's all that this base allows for. Pretty happy with how that worked. Just some food. These are just like normal drop storage, I guess. Everything is unsorted. I guess there's a few things in here still that I just need to resolve. But anyway, this space actually has too much storage. I guess I won't ever really use this much storage. Alright, then coming into the base, repair bench over here, which I like because I always forget to repair things, and getting out the door is typically the best way, through this door over here. We've got some kits. I didn't focus too much on it, and some of it got stolen in the raid, so I just didn't rebuild it. But yeah, I got some of the new skins in there, which I like. I really enjoy these plates, and I guess this one, maybe that's okay. I'm not too fond of this one. I much prefer come back here. I must say I much prefer the plain one to this one, but this one's got the metal plate, which is why I'm using that one. Right, so you've got your little locker kit over there, and then we go into an airlock. Now this is actually supposed to be where the farm is located. I messed this up. I upgraded before placing it, and so I couldn't do it anymore. Once this is armored, you can't place it anymore, so I did that too late. So instead what I did is I created a sort of a resources drop box. This just leads everything out, because the main resource storage is in the second floor. It sort of just takes everything up there, and I don't have to mission up and down the stairs. To the right hand side over here, we've got our 3 furnaces, and I jump up to the second floors. Workbench over here, I made a very simple, and I will continue to do this. This is a fantastic little sort of auto smelter thing. What is this thing called even? But anyway, yeah, so basically what this takes care of is my med kits. So if we go into it, I don't have an input. I just put all of the raw materials in here in the blueprint. That kicks it out into the box over here, and if I remove it, you'll quickly see it replenishes, and it's just a bit slow, but now it's crafting. So it's moved the one out, it's crafting a new one, and yeah, you end up with a full box of med kits all the time. Such a small footprint. I mean, it's this box, it's the hopper or the connector over there, and this going into the conveyor. So this works fantastic. I will continue to build this every single wipe. It's the greatest thing for me personally. Right, then going into sort of the core, I did want to show off my quarantine set that I've completed. I love this. There's still a pickaxe and a few other things that can't fit on the frame over here, but I am obsessed with these skins. I love them so much. All right, then sort of bamboo storage over here. This is just sort of ammo. This is just more sort of explosives and ammo. This is just my food. I'll change something about the food. I'll show you why. And then fuels. This over here is my TC box to replenish my TC. That's also got a connector on there, and it makes sure that it's full. I'm not sure why it's not working. Maybe it's just because I've just logged in. But anyway, so that box over there is basically to continue to feed my TC and keep that full. And this box over here, that is for my smelter, right? So theoretically you'll be putting everything in here, and I'm not certain why, but it should keep your TC full, which right now it isn't. Let's have a quick look, see what's going on here. You can see the settings, just making sure that you set the maximum and minimum. If it reaches the minimum, it starts, okay, that's probably why it's not reached the minimum yet, but then it starts filling the TC up again. Right, so basically 4 conveyor systems set up in this particular base. So first one is to get my resources upstairs. Right, I pop them in there. They start feeding to the upstairs. This one basically just feeds my smelters over there. This one feeds my TC. This is my main components box, sort of just, yeah, I guess materials, components. I don't have a lot. I've recycled all of them and used them all up. All right, this, by the way, I have enough to create the armored door, which I'll probably, well, I probably won't do because I won't have time to play. All right, into the jump up to the second floors. I am not good with jump up, so excuse me if I have to do it a few times. I usually use the ladder hatches instead. Okay, so this I don't like about the food. This is upstairs. Why is it not getting power? That's strange. Maybe there's just a problem with the power. Okay, but fridge up here, it's a new skin. I quite like this one. Also have the stone one, the Abe one. This one I really like a lot, but I'll put this downstairs, right? You need your food closer to you. So yeah, this is sort of the default placement, but I'll change that. Yeah, obviously here we just have the sort of cooking area, and here's all my boxes. Now these are the conveyors and splitters that take care of placing all of my resources. So whatever I drop in the box below, that then gets filtered up here into sort of stone, wood, and sulfur slash charcoal. See, and here you're supposed to have some of the jump up, the peak downs. Like I said, chances of me getting online rated on this server is very low. Okay, just some more rudimentary storage over there. Right here we're just smelting some charcoal, an extra battery that I put in here. Here's just some gun kits that I have. Yeah, I quite like these storages. Whether I'll continue to use them, I don't know. Here we've got sort of our raid kits. Again, some of the new skins which I just dabbled with. A bedroom over here. And what makes this so unique is that here where you're supposed to have the peak downs over here, you'll see behind the glass I actually have storage boxes behind each one. So you do need the hammer, and I've coincidentally have the hammer and some resources to fix the windows with. But sort of stuff that you just want to hide away overnight, or stuff that you don't use too often and just want to save them up. They're behind these windows in these peaks. You can't see that from the bottom, and I mean, you're gonna have to raid to get to this placement. The big battery is behind there. I think I'll try and improve on this, but yeah, because once your battery or everything is set up and this locker is in place, then you can't access the electricity back there. Well, you can. You get outside, you take off the sort of window that sits over there, and you can, but yeah, I'll change that going in. But this is nice and cozy. Really, like, I didn't think I would like living in this space because it felt like it was very cramped, but I actually am now at a point where I would actually build this space again. But yeah, so pretty good wipe. I did not have any raids. I did have a few mishaps, notably got my ass kicked in a drop box. It's not a drop box, a trap base. What makes that such a big L is I had about 25 HVs in my backpack, about 3,500 worth of scrap, and a whole bunch of other things. I was actually just on my way to Outpost, and for some reason I decided to stop at that base and got my ass handed to me. But lesson learned. Sylvia, GG. I saw I am part of your hall of shame outside Outpost. Deservedly so. Lesson learned. So just to show guys very quickly, so these are the peak downs typically if you would have an online raid. These are supposed to have door controllers with garage doors over here that opens up with heartbeat sensors when someone gets close. I chose to close them up, and the boxes are all then in these sort of areas. Now this one doesn't have one because I can't access it from there, but yeah, so I really like this. I kind of still need to put up this one, but I upgraded the roofs too early, and now it's very difficult to place those turrets. You have to do it while it's stone, otherwise stone, twig or wood. Otherwise it's very difficult to place these turrets, but they are great. And obviously next time I'll put in the garage doors. They get activated by heartbeat sensors at the bottom over here, and then open up the door controllers, fires, and then off of a timer switches off and closes up again to protect your turrets. So yeah, pretty decent build. I will build this again. I truly enjoyed this space. But yeah, focused a bit on PvP. I still suck pretty badly, but I got a few kills, which is great. I haven't gone full Chad to the rigs to fight you all there, but I have been fighting some monuments, airdrops, and those kind of things. So yeah, I've been enjoying that, but slowly getting there. But yeah, I can tell you one thing, guys, with this base, you learn how to build. Oh, I still need to upgrade these. With this base, you learn a lot about the mechanics. It's a very difficult footprint to get down. The one thing I did not mention about this base is all of these ceilings and floors are doubled, right? So if you were to top down this base, you are literally going to go to 2 ceilings and 2 floors all the way down, because it is an offset, sort of an offset foundation build. And I forgot where that airdrop was, probably somewhere over there. But anyway, yeah, so it's double ceilings, double floors all the way down. So the top down raid costs are extremely high, and this is basically 2 layers of honeycomb to TC. So some of those are functional honeycombs. In other words, this storage area serves as a honeycomb. So it's not strict honeycomb, but basically you have 4 layers of walls for a side raid, 2 core, and you have double ceilings, double floors all the way down through this base if you were to top down it. So I think it's a very functional base. I want to show you the cost of this base. It is so manageable. You really like that. It's not a lot to build either. So yeah, I guess just for a pain-free sort of look at that's pretty decent. Okay, I still need to do some upgrading over here. So let's say, you know, your metal cost might come to 5.5k, and this will drop to, I guess, 3.5k, somewhere around there. But yeah, this is a very cost-effective base to build, cost-effective base to maintain. It's got everything that you need. Obviously it doesn't have the research table in here, but that's because my tech tree was pretty much maxed out for this wipe. But yeah, I mean, I guess you can find a spot to place that early on as well. The box layout, obviously this is rubbish. I'll move that to sort of barrels or something in the next one. But like I said, this is actually more storage than I need, because I use my components, I use my resources. I hardly ever, and I mean, those 4 boxes over there are pretty much empty, and my boxes upstairs are pretty much empty. So yeah, that pretty much is it, guys. It was a good wipe, and I'll see you for the next one.